Bernadette McCalliskey. I manage the South Tyrone Empowerment Programme, and we're a community development anchor organisation specifically for minority ethnic communities. We offer equality of access to public services, cultural economic integration, and very specifically legal immigration advice. We do not see engaging effectively with our customers and clients a challenge. We see it as the job we have to do. What that requires us to do is to ensure that our services are fit for purpose in the context of immigration, and particularly in the context of female immigrants. There are issues of language, issue of culture, and a recognition of the diversity of need, and that people coming to a country for the first time will not have developed by osmosis a comprehensive understanding of how the system works or what their entitlements to services might be. In STEP we have a very diverse staff. The linguistic capacity of the organisation is currently 7 European languages, including English. And where members of staff don't speak the first language of the customer, we have in-house access to our own interpreting and translation service. We started this work in 2000 with the first significant arrival of economic migrants, and at that time that was a challenge in adapting our organisation to meet the more diverse need. I would suggest that, as with any customer, any client, any target group, there are a number of basic rules. And that is to treat the person with respect. Never to assume before you speak to the person that you know what they want. You don't. The most effective way to find out is to ask. And the most effective way to communicate the question is to speak the language of the person you're asking. It's actually as simple as that. Again, if I was going to say don't forget that you are a member of a dominant linguistic and cultural privileged majority. You're not the norm, you're not the average. You're just the people with the power and the privilege when it comes to speaking to new immigrants or to people from any disadvantaged group. Be that minority ethnic, be that people with disability, be it people with mental health issues, or be it people you've just never worked with before. So don't assume that what you do is average or normal. It's just what you traditionally do. And the people who may have to change are not the people you're talking to. Maybe you. Maybe your attitude has to change. Maybe you discover you have prejudices that just didn't get pushed yet. Or it may be that your organisation has a much more narrow capacity to function than you imagine. It just hasn't been tested yet by diversity. So don't forget those things. And don't forget as well that what's new is the circumstance. You haven't lost your professional capacity just because of a new circumstance. So don't lose your confidence. Don't lose your reliance on your own professionalism. And the do's are equally simple. Do speak to everybody as you'd like to be spoken to. And that starts with in a language you can comprehend. And do speak to people with respect. And do speak to people as equals. The person, the woman you're talking to may have very poor English. and may be unemployed or may be in a position of disadvantage at the moment. But in the country where she came from, she may speak 3 languages. She may be better qualified than you. She may be significantly more experienced, and she may be a lot cleverer. You won't figure that out if you can't speak to her in her language. So the bottom line is, treat people as you would like to be spoken to. Don't make assumptions about anybody. Work on factual information and get it from the person you're talking to. Then rely on your good judgment, your professionalism, and your professional boundaries. And remember, it may be your organisation that has to change, because the old adage, the customer is always right, still applies.